Howdy. So sometimes people say that, you know, I'm too negative and I keep complaining, but so today I decided to be positive. So if you look at this, we have beautiful weather with nice sky, and there's hardly any trucks at the parking lot. By the way, that grass over there, like this tall grass, some reeds or something, that's where I found that wolf or dog or coyote, whatever it is. And this is my new 500mm lens. I love this monster. It's actually pretty light. It's the new technology called PF. So I got it on Saturday and been testing it. So I'm gonna post a video about this, but I'm not gonna notify subscribers. And I'm on my website here where I can check status of my shipment, and I did everything at 7 o'clock. You know, I left my hotel around I left my hotel at 6 o'clock. I drove to Starbucks and I did three things. I set up border crossing, I ordered my Michigan permit, and I found the email address for this FedEx customs broker and send them the PAPs, you know, with the customs invoice. And then I stopped in London at the Flying J because I was very low on DEF and I was low on fuel. Had to buy 100 liters of fuel. It was $2.37 Canadian per liter, and DEF was $1.13 per liter. So I very quickly spent $300 Canadian, grabbed coffee, and then I drove here. So now I'm sitting in Sarnia, 9 clicks, 6 miles away from the border, and I've been sitting here since 11 o'clock. Beautiful, you know, what's to complain about? And so I've made numerous calls to FedEx, to my broker, to my shipper. Oh, they're working on it. And then the first problem was the shipper made a mistake. You know, there's whenever they export something, there's a number, like it's called tariff, you know, like a duty tariff, like a class. What kind of a class is this, you know, for emissions? And so the guy made a mistake. Instead of 10 digits, for some reason that field showed like 5 or 6, and his cell number is listed on the customs invoice, right? So I have the same info, they have the same information as me. And so FedEx, as soon as they saw that the tariff number was wrong, it was incomplete, they just put it on hold right away, right? So I go to their website, I don't see anything. Like they have a quick find, basically tracking, right, where you can enter your PEPS number and it's tracking and it shows you, and nothing's going on. And so I called them, found the office that was finally answering phones, and they said, yeah, it's on hold. I said, what's the problem? And so the agent was able to go deeper, and she said, no, he said, let me transfer you to somebody who can give us more information. And so they transferred me, and then that person says, oh, it's on hold because of there's something, they have to verify the tariff number. Like, what do you mean verify? Like, you want me to help you somehow? No, it's okay, they just need to verify the tariff number. And so I look at the customs invoice, and the shipper, the guy who took care of the customs paperwork at the shipper, is listed right there with his direct cell number. So I call the number, the guy answers, and I said, sorry to bother you, sir, but I'm stuck here at the border. There seems to be a problem with the tariff number. Could we please verify that the proper one is here on the customs invoice, because that's what I sent to the customs broker, to FedEx. And this guy, you know, they ship these machines all the time, so he opens his file and he says, oh yeah, there's a couple of numbers missing. So he gives me the correct number. It's like 9 or 10 digits with dots in between groups of 2 and 3, like a very complex number. But basically it's some kind of a classification number. It's like a class and then subclass, you know, category, stuff like that. And so I email everything to FedEx, and then I keep checking, and they say, well, yeah, it's in queue. I keep calling them again, right? So what's going on? And they said, yeah, it's in waiting queue. There's 3 loads ahead of you. Okay, I call 1 hour later. Okay, there's 1 load ahead of you. All right, then finally they're working on my shipment. Next 2 hours, nothing happens. So finally I call them again, I think 2 or 3 times. Then finally since I realized that the shipper, there was a cell number, right? So I can send him a message. And so I text him and I say, could you please assist? Because, you know, it's your account, right? So maybe there's something missing in there, something else besides the tariff, or wrong tariff number. I said, I send them the correct one, but I still cannot cross the border. And he texts me back, he says, okay, I'm on hold with them now. And then he says, his last message was, the entry is complete. The entry is complete and you should be cleared anytime. She said should be very soon. It's all completed in the system. And I wrote back, I said, I'll believe it when I see it. These guys are super slow. Thank you for the assist. And then there was still nothing. That was like 2 hours ago, you know. Why is there's no timestamp on these for some reason? What's the timestamp? I don't know when it was, but it was. And then I asked my friend from Alberta, the broker, to assist as well, because he knows how to talk to these people. And finally we found the name of the person who is working on my entry, and he found her direct phone number and her extension number. And so of course I tried calling, and they said the person you're trying to reach is not available. To leave a voice message, press 1. Okay, press 1. I leave her I give her a piece of my mind, you know, for like 5 minutes. This is my PEPS number, this is my phone number, been sitting here since 11, and of course she's probably already gone home, because it's 5:16. So I keep refreshing the screen. I have 2 screens in here. One is a tracking page from FedEx website. Nothing changes over there. And then the other page I have open is my my own tracking website, where I did the entry with the manifest. And I keep refreshing it. Like there's a button there, refresh. It still gives me no entry on file. Okay, and I think we have a message here. Well, the guy asked for, he said, I said, what shall I charge? And he says, day 1, 125 US per hour, up to 1,000 US, which includes layover for the next. Then day 2, 2 hours free from 8 to 10, then 150 per hour, up to 1250 US. And day 3, no free time, 225 US per hour until cleared. I like this. So yeah, today I'm gonna give him 2 hours free. So I arrived here at 11. So we'll start the clock at 1 o'clock. And now it's 5:17. So that's already 4 hours. See, I'm making money. So what's to be said about here? Like everything is very. I'm a happy individual today, actually. No critique. So because 125 times 4, that's 500 US. I like this. I'm making money lying on the bed. But then of course we're gonna charge him up to $1,000, which includes layover. Yeah. And then tomorrow 2 hours free, and then 10 o'clock we'll start the clock again at 1:50. Yeah, I like this. This guy is smart. So basically, you know, if they're not in a rush, we'll do this, but then every day the rate gets higher and higher. Yeah, this is cool. I like this because, you know, this guy is a broker, so he knows this stuff. And actually I asked him, I said, what do carriers charge you as a broker when something like this happens? When it's not my fault, I did everything I was supposed to do, I was not late, you know, got up at 6 o'clock like a good boy, drove, you know, got fuel, got my Michigan permit, and actually I didn't order the rest, which is maybe a good thing, because I told them, hey, if you don't want to pay me detention, I'll be happy to take it back. Except that taking it back, that's like 6-hour drive, and then of course 4 hours back. So I'm telling you, somebody will have to pay Captain Sergei for all this lost time. So I'm not gonna be the guy left without the chair, and I don't think they will clear me after 5. Maybe I'll try calling them again. But anyway, so that's my reality today. Just basically sitting and refreshing pages. And like I said, I already have my Michigan permit. I printed it out. I printed out my ACE manifest, you know, the cover page. And one more thing I did today while I was waiting, you know, between calls, I bought the tuning service from this company in North Carolina. So they're gonna make me a tune for my Dodge Charger. It was $250 US, 250 bucks, and they asked me for my backup tune from this thing over here, and I already downloaded it from this to my computer. And so they asked me for there's like 2 files: the backup tune, which is a copy of your stock file, stock tune from the factory, and then the last tune you installed, which is 93 gas from Diablo Sport. And so using those 2 small files, they're like 300 kilobytes, just, you know, text file. Using those 2 files, and the fact that I told them my mods, the main of which is long tube headers with high flow cats, catback exhaust, and the car came from the factory with cold air intake and unlocked PCM. And so they're gonna write a tune based on that, and that should take care of the check engine light. And this is all done by email, so they're gonna email me the tune. I already paid them the money with my credit card, and once I have the tune, I'll use this little cable here, hook it up to my computer, and upload that into this, and then when I'm back home I can reflash my PCM with this new tune, and that should take care of the check engine light. Oh, and also he asked me, he says this car has what's known as MDS, which basically the car switches to a 4-cylinder mode when you're on the road if 8 cylinders are not required, and most people disable that because that actually improves drivability and, you know, improves the fun factor. And the guy asked me, he says, do you want me to disable MDS? I said, yes, disable MDS. So that's what's happening. And the reason I was in a rush to get this lens is because I knew I was going to Colorado, where, you know, there's mountains, there's wildlife, right, there's forests, and I was actually looking forward to this trip so I can use this wonderful lens. And but for now I have no idea what's gonna happen, like how long I'm gonna sit here. Probably till these guys run out of money to pay me detention. But it's been a while since something like this happened, actually. Usually people don't make such mistakes, you know, with all these tariff numbers. I don't know what the problem is. So I'll update you guys once I either cross the border with a lot of money in my pocket, or I take the machine back and I'll say, I want COD, give me cash on delivery, I don't care. Unbelievable. But I am super happy today. I'm super happy. No critical remarks. Everything is nice, you know, the weather is beautiful. It's raining, but it's fine. Everything is fine. I'm in perfect mood. Well, I made it to the bridge. Check out the time, 7:58. I left the truck stop where I was sitting. I left the truck stop at 5:30. So I arrived there at 11 o'clock in the morning, and it took up to 5:24 p.m. to get clearance. So I got the clearance at 5:24, right? So 6 hours, 24 minutes. I emailed the broker. I said, I'll give you 2 hours free. I need detention for 4.5 hours. And they didn't argue, and they sent me a revised rate confirmation. And so I started driving at around 5:30. So now it's 8 o'clock. I only made it to the bridge, and there's still probably I would say, what does it say, 20 minutes delay to get over the bridge. That's how many trucks there was in here. I don't know. So 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, so 2.5 hours. A friend of mine was crossing earlier today. He said it took him hour 15 minutes. So it took me 2.5 hours to get to the bridge. So it was 9 kilometers, 6 miles from that truck stop to here. As soon as I left the truck stop, I pretty much joined the lineup, and we were crawling in first gear. Stop and go, stop and go. Man, you really need to have some, you know, some serious patience for this. But so yeah, like 8 o'clock. Even though in Michigan they say that if you are overweight only, you can drive at night. But why would I want to drive at night? I started at driving at 7, you know, and now it's already 8. I want to relax and watch a movie, and so I'm just gonna shut down at that Marathon Gas in Marysville and go have some dinner or supper. And I wanted to get fuel and scale. I'm not gonna even do that. It's just, I'm too tired of this BS, you know. I'll do that in the morning because I have to scale so that I know my exact weight, and I need to order the rest of my permits. But I don't think this thing is 65,000 pounds like they said. I hope it's more like 60,000 pounds, so I can save a couple of bucks on permits, you know, if I know my exact weight.